One of our most popular videos is our salt chipping film, where we weather a TAMIYA VW Beetle to look battered and rusty. We built it because we like to take an occasional break from military subjects to practice our painting techniques. We thought we'd show you another similar project, the complete build of this 1/24th scale Revell Golf GTi. We promised it in an earlier video, and so here it is, broken down into parts with a bit more detail and commentary. The idea is to once again make a Ratty vehicle. Firstly, it's worth stating that this is a great kit. It was released by Revell in 2014 and appears to boast all new mouldings and parts. Let's get started with the build. After a quick scan through the parts, we prepare our tools. They're all pretty standard for any modeller. Sprue cutters, tweezers, craft knives, a pin vise for drilling, and sanding sticks for cleanup. We tend to build by tackling several stages at once, removing all the parts and getting them ready for filling and cleanup. We're going to be removing mould lines and flash, as well as sanding down the moulding stubs. Here you can see the cleanup in progress. There are some sink marks here and there that we filled with putty. The body shell looks high quality, but there are fine mould lines that need careful sanding to remove. We tackle these with a selection of different grades of sanding stick from Squadron. Then it's time to restore shine to the shell using some polishing compound and plastic polish. Next we decided to add some more detail to the panel lines. To do this, a tool from RB Productions called the Scriber was used. It comes as photo etch parts and you assemble it yourself, ending up with this. It makes it easy to make the panel lines more pronounced. As our Golf was going to be really battered, it seemed fitting to add some dents and damage. This was done with a fairly cheap soldering iron. Very gently, the plastic was heated and melted. Sometimes rounded tools like these were used to create dents. Other times, the plastic was melted directly. Any plastic buildup can be sanded away, and any damage filled and smoothed with sanding. To get the sorts of holes seen in rusty panels, we attack the plastic from behind with a mini drill and burr. When the plastic is thinned, you can puncture it easily with a blade or drill bit. Here you can see us sanding, filling and sanding again to get the look and finish we're after. After a bit of work, this is the result. When we make a car, we like to get painting as quickly as possible, so the body shell was prepared for some paint. To create a rust base, Ammo by MIG acrylic primers were used. Just build up gentle coats by airbrush to get even coverage. It's time now to get the panels to look different and weathered. Using LIFECOLOR acrylics from their rust and dust diorama set, we mask off and prepare to spray panels in different tones. You can see us spraying through a gauze on some panels to get a mottled effect. You can find out more about this technique in our other videos. It's worth remembering that this will be painted over, then chipped, so the effect doesn't have to be perfect. To get specks and dots of rust all over the car, LIFECOLOR rust shades are stippled on with the airbrush set at minimal pressure. In order to protect the paint from what's to come, we seal with Johnson's clear floor polish. The look we were after involves having some parts that have been exchanged. So with the tailgate, we wanted to show a replacement part in red. After masking, we used some AK Interactive heavy chipping solution, and when dry, added some water and rock salt. After a light spray in TAMIYA grey, the rock salt was brushed off. Once the salt is removed, here's what's left. Next, white was sprayed on in very thin coats. This time, we attacked the paint layers with water to get the heavy chipping solution to react. Here's the result: damaged and corroded paint. Time now to salt again before overspraying with red. We mix the paint with TAMIYA lacquer thinner. This will make it tougher, but also it can be buffed easily to a high shine. The intention is to polish the TAMIYA paint after application to get a sheen. This will contrast nicely with the rusty panels. The roof is next. It will get a similar treatment. Water, then rock salt in the centre. First grey is used over the top, before repeating the whole process with an off-white mixed from TAMIYA paints. With the roof nicely weathered, it's time to end this part. We'll pick up next time as we get the rest of the body shell rusted and weathered. If you enjoyed this, remember you can hit subscribe to get our video updates. If you want to receive notifications of our next videos, click the bell. Also, we'd really appreciate a like on Facebook to show your support, or you can follow any of our other social media feeds. Until the next time, bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.